Yo, what is up, boys? All right, so we have our qualification matches about to go live. Just gonna try and clarify some things real quick. We have everyone inside the party. Just making the clarifications that these are not set matches. Your bracket life does not depend on these. But we are gonna be underway here. We have Team Happy versus Team Noodle. This is anticipated to be incredibly one-sided. Gonna go ahead and start it now. It's gonna be played on US Eastern servers, and we have 2 SSLs on one team. We have a gold, no, sorry, not a gold, Diamond 3, and a Champ 1 on the other here on the orange side. So blue is expected to take the entire thing. Obviously, there's some mini brackets involved, to decide the bottom 2 positions of our $500 3v3 bracket coming up this Sunday. Obviously, if you guys are watching this and have absolutely no clue, watch Mia's Cool 1122 on Twitch. We're about to find out here, as I think they're now understanding the titles of the opposition. I'm not entirely sure the rank of Happy, but Noodle is definitely the one to watch out for in terms of a potential carry here for the orange side. He's the only sense of hopium. Obviously, as a Season 5 Diamond Tournament winning title, he's not an actual Diamond Tournament winning title. That was a while ago. But at the other end here, we have Snask, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He's SSL, alongside X, who is also SSL in at least one game mode. I believe one is in 1v1, and one of them is in 2v2. So, some very high-level competition, competing for those last 2 positions in our 8-team bracket. They're just trying to make it into the top 8 seeding, so they can make it on bracket day. It's an open net chance here for X right off the bat. 50 seconds in. You can already tell, I think X and Snask have a lot of they don't have much expectation for the opposition. Actually, the exact opposite. As to they are freestyling about every other play. But we will have to wait and see how this one goes. Can orange side pull themselves together? Potentially put us into a game 3. I don't think blue side are going to be risking it anytime soon. But once again, these are for our last 2 of the top 8, last 2 positions in seeding. So seed number 7 and seed number 8. There are 6 teams that have already auto-qualified themselves just because of how high of a rank they are in terms of their previous performances in brackets as well. But yeah, Snask, X, and Happy are projected to move on and, make it to that top 8. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. Oh, solid double tap. Ends up going wide, however. Noodle able to recover. Noodle actually pokes it in. That'll be a 1-1 game here. And Scottish Kells is what a saving. That is, she was a bit feisty. She was a bit feisty. Yeah, okay, now Noodle's doing it. She was a bit feisty on her stream. I believe she's still live at the moment. Will be an open net chance here for Happy. And it's actually kind of disrespectful, the fact that the blue side is is not one of saving right now. However, Snask has something to say. Think he's lagging. And it is Discharge Sniffer who is the husband of Scottish Kells. They're the 2 lower ranks. Which is actually a full European roster as well. Scottish Kells, you can probably guess where she is from, alongside Discharge Sniffer. Noodle is, to my understanding, from England. So, I think to a lot of people's understandings, he is from England. That'll be a solid 50 coming in from Discharge. Hold up. They're actually getting goals. This is a bit entertaining, actually, here. Happy just not quite covering the right angle on the ball after the after the 50. What else would LB for? I like how they're... Yeah, there's just no respect whatsoever. Yeah. But I think, I'm hoping Snask and X don't really take this to... Snask, that's a beautiful shot as well. Quick read off of the corner. It is that level of speed that's going to be necessary, absolutely mandatory for the bracket coming up. You know, if they make those bottom 2 seedings. But Noodle, yeah, Noodle, Discharge, and Scottish Kells, I think they might be the accumulative, how do you pronounce that word? Accumulatively lowest rank squad in the entire D of qualification. You know, they might be down there with another team you might see them up against as well later down the line. But, you know, this, I don't think this video is going to be too long of a video. We might actually just be recording the best, or this single best of 3 for this individual video. We'll have to wait and see what happens, though. You know, this is also just a showcasing of Happy, Snakesk, and X's capabilities, of course, for anyone else inside the bracket that might, you know, be interested. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of higher-end players end up going in blind, you know, with the potential recognition of some names. Or they don't, you know, really bother to watch these videos to get ahead of their competition, which I do think can be advantageous in a sense. Here, Noodle trying to dismount off of the backboard. But it does get taken away. Solid flip reset coming out from Snakesk, who is... By the way, if anyone is understanding... Or if anyone understands a different pronunciation of his name, I'm probably incorrect, so let me know down in the comments. Or just DM me on Discord. But Snakesk, I mean, I don't know, Snask, I don't know how else you'd possibly pronounce that name. Unless the, you know, the 3 is not an E, which I would say is fairly rare knowing his capability. Typically, lower-end players are the ones that have numbers behind their names. Hence why I have numbers behind my name. Scottish Kells going to be read out by Happy. Does poke one on target. Noodle deflects it wide. And I'm not entirely sure which is the Diamond and which is the Champ 1 between Scottish Kells and Discharge Sneffer, but... You know, you get to a certain point in Rocket League where you can't really tell the difference. Snakesk out to the sidewall here. Happy. It's going to go for an airborne play. Looks for a double tap as well. Solid. You know, a bit of contact read out by Scottish Kells. However, X is going to be displaying some of his own mechanics a little bit there. Snakesk tries to pick a shot off toward the near post side. And there's, you know, kind of a bracket format for these, for these attempted qualifying teams, but I don't think it's going to all play out perfectly. You know, it never really does, specifically in 3s as well. It just makes it much more difficult to accomplish. In a sense, I might just have all these players compete against each other. You know, I could do a best-of-1 series. Or not a best-of-1 series, a single elimination bracket. For some reason, I had it at a double elimination bracket, which seems incredibly difficult to kind of organize, in a sense of getting several teams together in a particular amount of time for several different matches. I think I might go for Scottish Kells there. Noodle is able to find a breakaway. Snakesk is off of the ceiling of his own netting, and he will find a recovery. In which 6-2 in game number 1. You know, you gotta be wondering as well, X and Snakesk, they're the top team of their group, no doubt about it. And they're expected to qualify into the top, or the bottom 8. You gotta be wondering if they think that the rest of the competition is gonna be like this in their group. It might. It might be. But at the same time, I do know that Happy has informed me that he knows Vibranium. And Vibranium is the person that brought Andy from Dignitas on the RLCS team into the bracket. So he knows what his competition is going to be, and he's probably spread the word over to his 2 teammates. It's going to be an interesting one here. And I suggest if you guys do have absolutely no clue what I'm talking about, I suggest going to TDV's... What am I trying to say here? Just go to Mia's Cool 1122 on Twitch. What is it? TDV/Mia's Cool 1122? I don't even know what the command is, or the link. It's going to be dropping down to the ground. Game number 1 goes to Team Happy, which is anticipated for them to close out the series in 2 as well. And, yeah, I mean, if you guys have any, if you guys want to, you know, find out what's going on with this $500 3v3 bracket coming up this Sunday, or future money brackets in the future as well. Just said future twice. X, I think he might have been changing his preset there. Or maybe his car, I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe just his title of a Season 5 Supersonic Legend. Yeah, you guys can always just ask down in the comments, though. If you guys are brand new to the community, feel free. We do have game at number 2 about to be underway here. Snace, X, and Happy. They all are all around the same ping. They're actually identical ping here to the orange European squad. I'm not entirely sure where they're from, whether they're European or from US West. Or maybe they just are, you know, relying on their neighbor's Wi-Fi. But they are literally identical to their opponents in ping. It'll be 10 seconds in, already a flip reset shot comes through from X. Maybe you just needed that SSL title to start popping off in terms of his own mechanics. Kind of in the shadows of Snace in round, or in game number 1, rather. Yeah, we should have plenty of other matches to be played here, so if you guys are enjoying this, this is probably the most one-sided match you'll see over the course of all of these YouTube videos. We're just starting it off with the an absolute banger here. Discharge Sniffer, Scottish Kells, and Noodle with no hesitation to be absolutely toxic if they end up getting a goal. They had 2 within the game number 1. It ended up being like 8-2, 6-2, I'm not entirely sure. But something along those lines. X is able to get a 3rd goal as well. That might have been a double flip reset. Again, everything just becomes a blur after a couple of goals inside a single match in a 3v3 lobby. But it is this one-sided as well. Snace just kind of rushes the challenge a bit too much here. X as well, but he does threaten a bump. I'm still getting over a sickness. Hopefully I'm good with it. Oh. Okay, never mind. Okay, Noodle is gonna never mind again. Well, the decent center ball there by X. Snace tried to recover. Okay, now he's getting wordy. Yo, chill. You know, and it's like, it's the fact that if I turn the chat off, you know, from my own perspective, it doesn't make it go away. It just continues on, and I do want to understand. I do want this blue side to understand that they're, you know, this is the most toxic team you'll possibly go up against. Simultaneously, the lowest ranked team you'll possibly go up against. And I mean that heavily whenever I say this is the most toxic team. Just because Noodle is on it. And he is the one that's gotten verbal. Other than quick chats here, Scottish Kells able to lob it over 1. Snace finds a save last second. Happy takes it up the back wall. Being on target shot, a very aggressive rotation coming out from the orange side. So they're going to be very laid-back matches, to my understanding. Because once again, there is no, still trying to figure out whether we're going to do kind of like group matches, or whether we're going to do a single elimination bracket here as opposed to a double elimination bracket. We might just do the single elimination bracket, to be honest. Whoever... but that doesn't really determine, you know, placement other than the winners. And the second place, of course. I'd have to do something else here. Happy, that's a solid denial. Yeah, we're not gonna... We'll do a, we'll do all teams play each other once within each bracket. Or within each group, rather. This is essentially Group A. I like how I'm figuring out the bracket mid-series. It's always how this has really been done, pre-brackets. However, during the actual bracket, obviously, it's completely organized and a lot more serious than just these last 2 qualification spots. So we're dealing with some pretty large names, some pretty hefty teams. However, you know, if you're in these qualification matches, you're just attempting to, you know, allow me to understand your team's capability. Or obviously proving yourself worthy of a top 8 position if I know who you are and what your capability is on the field. X is able to take it up the sidewall here. He finds a second touch. It's going on target. Discharge is able to rotate in front of it. Now Scottish Kells rushes. Yeah, Scottish Kells had a troll come into our Twitch chat right before this stream, so you gotta be wondering if those what a saves were just taken out on the troll and not the actual team they're going up against. A lot of pre-jumps coming out from the blue side roster here. Look at that. Solid center ball there. Scottish Kells, a little bit of panic. And a double commit coming through from the blue side. X quick to take the shot, and it will be a 5-1 game. Noodle now saving his own roster. Stop complaining about ping. Oh, oh no. Don't talk back to Noodle. Okay, okay. I just know, I just have prior experience. Was talking to, okay, okay. Oh no, please don't talk back, Scottish Kells. Just take it. Be the bigger person. Be the bigger person. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. I thought Scottish Kells was about to go off. Okay, I'm just safeguarding it. I'm just trying to be extra safe here. But it might be a Brazil. Okay, never mind. Noodle dismounts off of the backboard. Now taking it up the sidewall here is Happy. Looks for a demo on Noodle. Once again, the most threatening offender inside, or at least from this orange side roster he brought in. He's actually the one that qualified them as well. This one nailed off the crossbar. Blue side can't quite find the back of the netting. However, how, hard are they trying? I think is the next question to be asking here. Scottish Kells looks to rush it. X now, Snake's trying to own goal there. Finds a challenge on his own teammate. And it will be best of 3. Completed here by the blue side, which once again to be expected. We will see more of Discharge, Noodle, and Scottish Kells if everything goes smoothly. And that will be a GG's here. Snake, X, and Happy. Okay. I'm glad Happy was the only one to see that. Of course, the one that brought in the other two to the community. So we are going to go ahead and just account that for that squad. When next game is 7:30 p.m. EST will be my guess. GG's. Alright, so that will be the first, that'll wrap up the first video here. As we try to get the next one. I'm EU. What is that? What? What time zone? Just tell me BST. Okay, so what is 7:30 EST to BST? 2 minutes? What? What? Oh, 7:30. That'd be British. BST is 12:30. Alright, so that will wrap it up. I just realized I haven't ended the video yet. But we'll be back for some more relatively soon. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to upload this. Probably right now, actually. So, see you guys.